Hey everyone, it's Gabby from MindDraw, and in this project we'll be learning how RGB colors work with Python. In this tutorial we will be using the turtle module to create colorful circles and learn how to use variables to change our colors with RGB, red, blue and green. So first things first, let's set up our project. So setting up our project, as usual, and we should be pretty good at this by now, we're going to set up py. So in this project we're going to set up py, and we've done this a few times now, so we've got our repetitions in. You may notice that our background will be black, and then we're going to go to our main py and we're going to add our from setup import to import, hit run, and what I expect is my output window to show me the Turtle Graphics module and a black background. And awesome, time to dive into challenge 1. So we've explored colors in a variety of different ways and using a variety of different methods. We've used hex codes, we've used color names, and now we're going to use variables. An example of what that might look like is here in our tutorial. We might use exactly in the same way as we have been, the color function, and then we'll be specifying the amount of red, 1, or 0, green, and then we'll be specifying the amount of red, blue and green that we would like to use. 1 being yes, we want red, and 0 being no, we do not want red. So almost using a binary number or decimals to specify how much green and red and blue we want in our colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my turtle shape here, and because I want to see my turtle, and then I'm going to give it a color, and I'm going to try this RGB. I'm going to try the suggestion given to me. So just a reminder that leave a little comment: red, green, blue. It's the order of my color, and I'm just writing this like this as a little note to myself so that I know that in this place here, that's the red, this is the amount of green, and this is the blue, just while I'm getting used to this, you know. So let's see what color that outputs. Oh, it's purple, it's like a magenta. Awesome. I wonder what happens if I mix 1 blue, 1 green together and have no red. So let's see what that does. Awesome. How cool is that? And I can just play around and see what the mixing does. Cayenne, that's very blue. That's not as green as I thought it was going to be more green. Let's see what just maybe green looks like. So I'm just playing around and seeing. There we go. If I just wanted red, I might just go turn everything down. No green, no blue, but just red. There we go. And that's how we can use RGB to mix our colors. All right, challenge 2, variables. Let's take a deep dive into variables and what they are and how we're going to use them in mixing our colors. So we can create variables to store information. And this lets us reuse that information to change values more easily as we work through our code. And this also helps us make our code more readable. There are a couple of things that all variables have: a variable name and an assigned value. All right, I'm going to write 3 variable names. Amount of red is equal to 1. Amount of green is equal to 0. Amount of blue is equal to 0. And then I'm going to go color, and the South African in me, spelling color the South African way, I'm going to add the amount of red the amount of green and the amount of blue in as each of the values, the variable name. I'm going to use my long variable name separated by commas. So that's for red, that's for green, and this is for blue. And now if I'd like to print a color or a circle, I'm actually going to say pen size, and I'm going to make this a really big circle, maybe 30. And I'm going to say circle because I'd like it to print a circle. And I'd like my circle to be 100 in radius. And I'm going to hit run, and what I expect to see is a big red circle, which I do have indeed. So when we mix pigment, our paint, we use red, blue, and green. But when we're mixing light, which is what we are using to see our computer graphics, light, we have to use the primary colors of light, which are red, green, and blue. And so here is a little diagram sort of showing you what that looks like. And so if we mixed red and green together, we get yellow. If we mix red and blue together, we get magenta. And if we mix blue and green together, we get cayenne. So it's a little bit different to our normal colors. We're going to have to relearn our colors, aren't we? All right, I think it is time for challenge 3. In challenge 3, you're going to puzzle out how to mix circles for each of these, or how to mix RGB for each of these colors so that we get a green, blue, yellow, and cayenne and magenta circle. I'm going to encourage you to use, just a reminder, you might want to use things like your comments to help you organize your code. So you might want to go green circle and then code below, red circle, etc., etc. But go ahead and pause and take some time to puzzle this out. How about a midway check? We've got a red circle, a green circle, and blue circle. And I've gone ahead and coded all 3 of those. And you can take a look at mine. I've got my red circle, green circle, blue circle. And really what we've done is we've created variable names under each circle. We are adjusting the amount of red, blue, and green, and it's binary. It's either yes, it's got red in, or no, it doesn't. And basically we've just got a single one for whichever color it is we'd like to output. Now it's time for yellow, cayenne, and magenta. So I've gone ahead and added my yellow circle, and I actually used the picture in my tutorial to help me puzzle it out. So I kind of knew that I was mixing green and red to get yellow, and so I said, yes, I have red, I have green, but no blue, and I kind of followed the same method. So I'm going to run my code and see if I have all my circles. I'm expecting that I have my red, green, and blue, as I had earlier. And then I want to see my yellow, yes, cayenne, and magenta circles. Excellent. I think we're ready for challenge 3. Okay, challenge 3. You may have noticed we don't have an orange circle, and this is kind of curious. So we're going to go ahead and adjust the amount of green to 0.5, and we're going to change the amount of red to equal 1. We're going to have no blue. So we're going to see if we get an orange circle. Yes, you are welcome to go ahead and play with changing the variables and the decimal numbers and seeing what shades of colors you can create. Did you know that there are lots of different ways that you can express color or specify color to the computer using hex codes, color names, RGB. These are all different ways of specifying the color values, and you can go ahead and explore the resources we've shared. And then, of course, don't forget to run your quiz. And as usual, you can just comment out the top, add the comment, import from quiz, and run it to initiate your quiz. I hope you had fun coding in this project. I know I sure did. I just love how satisfying it is working with different colors.